Hello dear students. In my last video, we started chapter 3, Deep Water by William Douglas from your textbook in English class 12, Flamingo. Dear students, in that part we saw how as a child William Douglas developed fear of water in his heart. He went to a beach in California with his father when he was 3 or 4 years old. And we saw that how a wave came and knocked him down, and that was the point of time when this fear entered into his heart, into his life. And the second incident that took place in his life was when he was 10 or 11 years old. He had a desire in his heart to learn swimming. So in order to fulfill that desire, he wanted to find out a safe place. And you know what was the safe place? The safe place was the YMCA pool, he thought. So he goes and joins that pool. And the initial days were quite comfortable. And one day he reaches the pool a little early. He was the first person to enter into the pool. The second person who comes was a big boy, a big bruiser of a boy. This boy, he said to him, to this boy, William Douglas, "Hey kid, how would you like to be done?" And without giving him any warning, this boy pushed William Douglas into the water. And then this was the second time, and this incident William Douglas calls misadventure. And this was the time when his fear of water multiplied. And after this, though he was afraid of water, but still he had a desire in his heart to go to different water bodies. So he went. And whenever he went to any water bodies, the fear, the residuals, the leftover fear, would always, come back. Old memories, are always refreshed. So therefore, he was deprived of the real joy, deprived of the happiness, the real happiness of, spending time with water bodies. Those past memories spoiled his fishing trips, his canoeing, his boating, his happy times were destroyed because of those old memories. Now he had to take a decision. So he took a decision to get an instructor. So an instructor comes into the life of this person, William Douglas, and this instructor teaches him each and every skill of swimming, and he makes him a perfect swimmer. And after 6 months, this instructor goes, he was finished. What does it mean he was finished? Means his work was over, and now he is alone, and alone he practices a lot. William Douglas practices a lot, and then finally in the end we saw that he was able to conquer his fear. He was able to overcome all his fears. And then we saw in the end of the story that when William Douglas says that death is peaceful. It's just terror in fear of death, but death is peaceful. And he was able to conquer his fear. In the end we saw. And though it's just a recapitulation of the story, because I have already explained this complete story in my previous video, and I hope that you have understood that the complete story. This entire chapter is understood. And in this part, what we are going to do, we are going to discuss the meanings of difficult words used in this chapter, and also we are going to discuss something about the questions based on this chapter. So the first thing, difficult words with their meanings, and the second thing is what? Questions. We will discuss the questions based on this chapter. And I request all of you to please watch this complete video till the end very attentively. Lesson 3, Deep Water by William Douglas. Meanings of difficult words and questions based on the chapter. Number 1 is treacherous, meaning presenting hidden or unpredictable dangers, dangerous or unreliable. This word is used in the chapter for the Yakima River. That river was a treacherous river, a dangerous river, because many people drowned in that river. Second word is aversion, meaning strong dislike. This word is used in the chapter when William Douglas goes to the pool and he speaks about his dislike to water, his aversion to the water. Third word is subdued, means brought under control. When William Douglas in the pool, he had to show his skinny legs. In the beginning, initially he was feeling shy, but gradually he was comfortable and he controlled he subdued, he overcame his pride. Fourth word is bruiser, means a person who is tough and aggressive and enjoys a fight or argument. This word bruiser is used for that big boy of around 18 years who enters into the pool and pushes William Douglas into the water. Fifth word is rippling. When that boy, big bruiser of a boy, when he showed his muscles, so his muscles were rippling, meaning moving in a way that resembles a series of small waves. Word number 6 is flailed, means wave or swing wildly. This word is used when William Douglas was struggling in the water. Seventh word is irresistible, means too powerful. This word is used in the chapter when William Douglas was struggling in the water, and he says that he was expending his strength as one does in a nightmare to fight an irresistible force. Next is, the last word is shrieking, means making a high-pitched, piercing cry or sound. Once again, this word is also used in the same situation when he was in the water. William Douglas was in the water, he was struggling to save his life and he was crying, he was shrieking. Dear students, I'll just give you the hints of the answers of the given questions and you'll have to explain the answers in your own words. So let's start reading the questions and also let us discuss the answers in short. Number 1. When did the writer join the YMCA pool and why? Do you know when did he join? He joined the YMCA pool when he was 10 or 11 years old. And why did he join? Because he had a desire in his heart to learn swimming, and also he thought that YMCA pool was the safest place to fulfill his purpose. Question number 2. Describe William Douglas's childhood experience when he was 3 or 4 years old. Do you remember what was his experience? When he went to a beach in California with his father, both of them, the father and the son, they were enjoying. They were standing in the surf, and then a wave comes and knocks him down. And that was the beginning of his phobia for water, fear of water. So that was his experience. Question number 2. What did Douglas experience as he went down to the bottom of the pool for the first time? So this question is asked for the YMCA pool. So when this boy is pushed into the water and he goes down for the first time, he made a strategy. He thought that very easily he would be able to come out of that pool, that water. Question number 4. How did the incident at the YMCA pool affect Douglas? Later, after that incident, whenever the desire to swim was still there, but he was extremely afraid of water. So whenever he went to any water bodies, he was deprived of happiness, he was deprived of joy, he was frustrated. And question number 5. What was the misadventure at the YMCA pool that the writer William Douglas speaks about? Do you remember what was the misadventure? When he was sitting alone in the pool, a boy comes, that big bruiser of a boy, he comes and he pushed this boy. William Douglas was sitting on the edge of the pool, he was alone, and this boy pushed him into the water. And that was the misadventure, and then he struggled a lot. William Douglas struggled a lot to save his life, and that was the misadventure. for him, for William Douglas. Question number 6. How did the instructor build a swimmer out of Douglas? So in this you have to write the process one by one, step by step, the things that the instructor did in order to teach his student. And then the last question, question number 7. How did William Douglas overcome his fear of water? Finally, we saw when the instructor trained him, instructor left him. Instructor went away and William Douglas was all alone. And then William Douglas practiced a lot, and then finally practice made him a perfect swimmer, and he was able to come out of his fear of water.